He's 14, supposedly. I don't know if that's true. Frost is definitely easier to play than Devourer. But Devourer, if you put the time in, has a lot of payout. So it completely depends on how you feel when you're playing both. Mystic supposedly is 14. So clean anti-air at the start. I mean, Mystic played very clean the whole time. He wasn't like Asadamazi who just backdashed and threw fireballs. But look, so speaking of throwing fireballs, watch Cetrion hold this. I mean, I don't know if it's just a matchup that Mystic hasn't played. Wake up at tens. I don't know if it's just a matchup that Mystic hasn't played, but he just did not have an answer. Look. So Cetrion's the one that's usually... Oh, 18. Oh, 18. Oh, I thought so. Thank you, Jordan. I was like, who's 14? What? Yeah, usually it's Cetrion is the one that wants to try and zone you out with projectiles from full screen. But look, Jordan's not even moving from the spot, bro. He's literally just throwing fireballs from full screen and Cetrion has to hold all of it. Takes a little step back, tries to stagger. Jordan just holding down back, getting his opportunity, and just leaps over her. Look, and then it starts again. I mean, you have to be careful with the force balls, because if you see... Sorry, if you do... I've lost my voice because I was talking so much. Yeah, this is top 4, yeah. Pilko. If you can see from the fireballs... Oh, that was a random lash. If you see from the fireballs, if he throws them from certain distances and people are too close, you can actually duck them. So you have to be very careful. And this is another thing, look. So in this instance... Mystic was trying to read the fireball and use Cetrion's wall because it has a crushing blow attached to it that if it breaks a projectile, then he gets damage. However, you can see that the effective range that Johnny can throw these fireballs, Cetrion actually does the crushing blow. Can you see? So the crushing blow, she actually amplifies it to get the crushing blow. It isn't even close enough to hit Johnny, and Johnny actually gets a punish. So he actually punishes the barrier. Raw Lash is definitely not what Mystic meant to do there, but catches Jordan pressing a button. Even with your back to the corner, see? So this is the sort of situation where usually Cetrion would want to backdash, get as much distance as she could, and then it would be up to, with the other character... you can find out where the comps are. Yeah, I mean, usually if you go on Twitter, Twitter's the best place. So I would follow me probably, PND Mustard, Jordan, VideoGamezYo, because all of us, once you follow one guy, we all tend to retweet like the big competitions. So yeah, just follow NRS players on Twitter. So I think that's the best way. Because Twitter seems to be like the main source of information for this sort of stuff. But yes, in this sort of situation, usually you'd see Cetrion wanting to backdash and to create the space so she can get the fireball game started, and whoever she's up against would have to be the one that tries to get in. However, Mystic knows that from any range other than from close, she's going to eat fireballs for days. So look, for a few times, you actually see... So we'll do it from the other switch. We'll go back from here. So yeah, from this instance, so he gets the throw, right? But you can see he's trying to back... When was the last time you saw Cetrion try and forward dash their way in like this to try and beat zoning? You know? Look, she's trying to low profile, she's trying to use the barrier. But even with his back to the wall, you can see, look, Cetrion doing duck walks to try and get in underneath a projectile. It's absolutely insane. So, yeah, even with his back to the wall, you can see the strength of the character. Oh, there you go. Sound's back on. But look, she can't do anything. So from full screen, I mean, maybe she could have tried to geyser. Maybe the start up on geyser's a bit long and she would have got clipped. But look. Jordan happy to go full screen, stuffs the boulder. Look, she's throwing barriers, but even then, I was going to say, see, she's throwing barriers, but as soon as Jordan amplifies it, she gets punished because barrier only eats one projectile. So he amplifies it smartly, and he gets the punish, and then it starts again. Even though Mystic has the life lead. right? Mystic has the life lead here. So, again, historically, Johnny or whoever would have to try and get in to try and pressure Cetrion and, you know, try and get a bit of offense and get the life lead back. However, Jordan, I mean, Jordan's a super patient player anyway, obviously, but Jordan is happy. He hasn't moved from the spot. He's just throwing projectiles because he knows eventually he's going to get a trade in his favor. I mean, nice flawless blocks by Mystic to negate the damage. And where you don't want to be against Johnny Cage is firstly in the corner and secondly up close, because a lot of his strings are plus. So, nice jump by Mystic. Doesn't do a massive combo because I think he was expecting the break. Look, see, as soon as she tries to get in the air and throw a fire blast, she just gets sniped. Good block on the rock. I would confuse myself there. I was like, why can't I hear my voice? Because I was commentating. Yeah, okay. So cut the combo short there because he was expecting Jordan to break. But even now, look, you can see Jordan maybe throwing a little bit less projectiles than he usually would, but still content. What a counter hit. That was a mistake. So, literally, hey, Galloping Sumo. Really? He's playing Force of Nature Cetrion. Probably because he hates Nightwolf. How you doing, Sumo? You good? How's your weekend, bro? So yeah, in this instance, I was just saying on commentary before this happened, I was like, well, Johnny's got the comeback potential, especially with the Fatal Blow parry. Oh, nice. You've gone full league. So yeah, so this variation of Johnny outzones Cetrion because his projectiles are 9 frames. And supposedly the recovery on them is 2. So that's why you see him just going pew 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 pew. Because all of Cetrion's projectiles, for the most part, they're quite quick, but they're not faster than 9 frames. So that's why you see her getting clipped. But I was just saying on commentary that Johnny's got the comeback potential because he's got the Fatal Blow cancel, which means if he cancels the Fatal Blow mid-combo, he can get a much bigger combo and still have the Fatal Blow later on. But then he got the confirm and he actually did Fatal Blow, and I was like, oh, that was definitely a mistake. And then I looked over at Jordan and I saw him shaking his head, and I was like, oh yeah, that was definitely a mistake.
It's just a really tricky streak to get out because
but he's got the life lead now, so, you know, happy to just turtle.
He does that a lot, that string. He goes into the fire blast every time because it is unsafe, and we've got the confirm.
Goes to confirm anyway. Boom. Goes for the ultra combo BM. Ultra.
I would say a fairly convincing game one.
So this is 3 out of 5 as well, by the way. And as far as we were aware, Mystic doesn't play another character. So in this instance, I mean, Cetrion, one of the reasons Cetrion is so strong is because she does have a very good stagger game. As for a zoner, she has a very strong stagger game. You know, good long range normals, good confirms. Sorry, I think I'm losing my voice because I was talking so much yesterday. Sorry. But none of that means anything if she has to suffer the same game plan that she does to other people. And you can just see that she's just being kept out. Pressed a button there. I don't know what Jordan did to get clipped, but gets hit by the 1-2 confirm. And the thing with Cetrion as well is that Cetrion doesn't have, outside of crushing blow, she doesn't have that sort of damage. So even if she does get in and get a confirm, she's only going to get about 280 potentially life. Like absolute max. Usually it's about 250, 260. Yeah. So yeah, it's not anything that Jordan really has to worry about. Look, he's blocking the rocks. She does the geyser, and then as soon as he geysers, as soon as he blocks the geyser, the recovery on it is enough. If Mystic kept throwing rocks, nice punish. Let's watch that again. If Mystic kept throwing rocks, it would have been difficult. Yeah, I do need some milk. He might have done a bit better because rocks from any range, if they're not flawless blocked, are +3. So Jordan wasn't flawless blocking the rocks. But the instant that he geysers, even if he doesn't get the confirm, the recovery on it is enough that Johnny can start the fireball game again. We see as soon as he... Look. So he gets some distance, goes full screen, starts throwing rocks, right? So these are all +3. You see, as soon as he does the geyser, you see, the minute he does the geyser, Jordan does a forward dash, instantly starts throwing fireballs. And now, the initiative is back on Johnny, and the offensive initiative, oh, it was a whiff punish on a down one, that was so clean. Tried to down to punish the uppercut, but the recovery on the uppercut is also super fast. So what a catch in the backdash with the forward 3. I mean, that's another reason why Johnny is stronger than Cetrion, I think, because the range of her backdash goes so far, but the range that Johnny advances with his buttons is far enough. You saw he just clipped him straight in the face with a counter hit, a forward 3, and it was a counter hit because he got the backdash. So this matchup seems really tough for Cetrion. I mean, no one's going to cry about it because, you know, Cetrion, but...
He's got two that are both +2 and perfectly hit confirmable as well.
So, again, look, forward 3 again. It wasn't even a counter hit. Oh, catches the combo. That wasn't even a counter hit. He just caught her pressing a button. Nathan, please. And once again, so this, look, how funny is this? This is usually the opposite way around. Cetrion full screen, throwing rocks, and then it's up to the opponent to flawless block and get in. But this time it's Johnny, Mystic flawless blocking every single one, so he's not getting chipped out as much. So you see the chip on a flawless block is really minimal, but you can only do that so much. See, now he's trying to use the barrier. Nice teleport punish there. But look, 240 damage. That's not even 2 throws. Meaty 1-2. And then it's back to the same game. Yes, I will, Alias. After I do top 4, I'll go back and watch that one. I'll watch a couple of the matches from earlier on in the day because there was a few really good ones. Little Johnny wave dash. How you doing, Alias? Anyway, you good? But I'll definitely be analysing. Look at him.
He's used to using it at you from about 2 or 3 characters away, so that he can amplify it and potentially get the crushing blow. Yeah. However, VideoGamezYo is standing almost on a different map, throwing fireballs like it's Call of Duty. And Cetrion's just having to
basics of noob. Yeah, noob's a strong character, man. I would definitely recommend you follow Anisian on Twitter, on Twitch rather, and go back and watch his VODs because he's the best noob I've ever seen. Or Toxin, but I prefer Nace. Forward 3. So I'm not entirely sure. Nice with punish. I'm not entirely sure what Mystic needs to do in this matchup. We see Jordan getting a bit more aggressive here, and ultimately he's getting counter hit a lot, deviating from wake up buttons. You know he said that out loud. I mean, there's nothing really to analyze. I can do, but it was more the fact that I was bad. I dropped it. I don't know if you guys saw it. We just watched my match. Oh, what a confirm.
This is just difficult for Cetrion players, right? Like,
so in this match, we just see Johnny, just the offensive potential of Johnny. Oh, what a... that was... I popped off so hard there. I was like... Listen to me on commentary.
Right? Like, because Mystic is a Cetrion main. There's no difference. Oh my...
That was clean.
That was sick.
Do you hear me? That was clean. Yeah, it was Garrus versus Kung Lao, yeah. Do. I know. Down one anti-air after he short-hopped the string. The low part of the string. He short-hopped the low part of the string and then anti-aired the end of it. That was so sick. But now we can see this round, he's completely changed it up, and I think he's thrown Mystic off because Mystic... Oh, back 3-4 at the start. Big clip. Mystic's not even breaking. This is the thing that I didn't understand. He's just not breaking from the combos.
No, I don't know him to play anyone.
Yeah, that was sick.
And in matchups like this, it's
Mystic trying to check a forward button. Big jump. Gets caught again. Just unlucky. Misses the combo. Yeah, Jordan doing a really good job of mixing it up and keeping Mystic guessing because now he's being much more aggressive. Another counter hit. Doesn't break again. Takes another 270. I don't know why. I don't know why Mystic just wasn't breaking anything. He wasn't using it to wake up. It wasn't like he was using it to flawless block anything. So he's just sitting on full bar for no reason, right? Oh, teleport. Yeah, but even so, at this point, you're down 2. You're on match. The other guy's on match point. He's just hit you for 60% from 2 combos because you haven't broken it.
is.
And then just jabs her right in the
Defensive bar
stomach.
not even gonna matter. VideoGamezYo gonna move
Yeah,
3
derpy.
over Mystic, but big shout out to Mystic as well. Traveling
Josh got
from
5th,
from Liverpool,
I think.
and
Or
yeah,
7th.
he's putting on a great performance.
Josh got top 8.
A lot of solid players in the way. But
Yeah, I mean, his
VideoGamezYo,
path
Yeah, look, can you see Mustard in the background?
really, really well.
honestly, just making it into this stage of the tournament involved him having to beat Josh TQ, but you know that's not easy at all.
No, definitely.
But
So yeah, so that was the first match. Let's just look at me for a bit. Mystic.
It was
Like,
extremely one-sided.
Sonic Ninja is, I know a lot of people will meme him for the name. It makes
Mystic
him,
beat him
Sonic
3-0.
X and Ninja Killer. To be honest,
you're gonna meme
he's had
any
this
two
name for a
players,
long time.
yeah,
This kid's
true.
been competing since he was like 13, 14, but he's good.
So this is winners finals. These guys play a lot. I actually didn't know. Yeah, look, there's Cecil. Yeah, I actually didn't know these two are training partners. So Sonic Ninja is a very, very good Kabal player. I think he got 5th at Versus Fighting playing Kabal, and now he switched to Speed Demon. So now he has the Gas Blast restand and the low spin, which gives amazing Oki. Zoro, mostly a Baraka player, but tends to counterpick if he thinks that, you know, his Baraka doesn't cut it, which you see a lot in this set. But still a very, very strong Baraka player. And this is a really good match. So these guys are actually training partners. I didn't know that. Falcon told me on commentary.
Has been very good. I don't really think that he played Injustice 2, but Mortal Kombat X played a lot of. And now going into this game, he's definitely like found his
Cecil.
own niche, playing Kabal the way that he does, and baiting people into pressing buttons. And
We're gonna do a we're not gonna do a Koth now. We're gonna do one
Wait for me
in the
to
next
button,
stream.
back one.
So at 4:30.
This is a
Yeah, I
button.
know, bro. Dude, you had like 5 or 6 doubles at that
It was
point.
just a down two crushing blow
I'm surprised you went upside down.
An explosive start there.
Now,
Edmonton's talking about
this
names.
is,
Yeah, so that was quite funny because we got baited by the button check. Literally, the first thing he does in the button check is down to crushing blow.
He did forward four, wait, press the button.
And then he looked at us. Look.
This is a button check, right? Okay.
That was a button check, yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, look, he looks at us. Can you switch characters? Alright, so the way that it works, you both pick your... So in match 1, so usually for Mortal Kombat 11 anyway, I'll just tell you about Mortal Kombat 11 because the rules for other games differ very slightly. You both pick your character and your variation, right? If in the normal, outside of top 8, it's first to 2 matches, so best of 3. The loser is allowed to then switch if he or she wants to. They're allowed to switch, but only the loser. So if person A wins, person B is allowed to change. But then if person B wins, person A is allowed to change. But if you win, you have to play it out basically. But in 3 out of 5, which is top 8, that means it's first 2-3, so best of 5. How you doing, Toxic? You good? How you doing, my man? So but even in that case, you're probably going to get more switches because you have more opportunity in a longer set to adapt. So you tend to see counter-picking a bit more in the later sets, especially in top 8. So yeah, it's only the loser that's allowed, as Elias said, it's only the loser that's allowed to switch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You sleep.
This is a Birmingham boys matchup.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that's what Falcon just said. This is their training partners from Birmingham. So no worries. Any more questions, man? You hit me up. So Baraka versus Kabal. A bit of a tough matchup to start off with. I mean, as I said, Zoro is a very good Baraka, but I imagine this being a tough match for Kabal, mostly because, for Baraka, mostly because he gets completely outfooted essentially by the range of Kabal's normals and the projectiles. So the tail of this match is definitely just mostly going to be Baraka trying to get in and Kabal trying to keep him out. I've never seen anybody back one as cleanly and anti-air as cleanly as Sonic Ninja as well. Look, straight away, as soon as I said it. And that'll be the tail of the whole top 8. Look. Every single, and Baraka's one of the hardest characters to anti-air. Straight away, the first jump in, standing one, would have got into full confirm into at least 30%. So, ooh, Injustice 2.
Unless he does wake up forward 2.
I mean, wake up forward 2 is a pretty good option if you think about it. You know, all things considering, if you're gonna go for wake up buttons, the wake up forward 2 on the trade is so much.
Yeah, so now we see, even though Baraka's projectile is really strong,
It's kind of like,
if Kabal, if Sonic Ninja sticks to the air, which we can see he's trying to do, misses the anti-air there. You know, it's going to be a tough match for Baraka. But then you can see that Baraka's slowly inched Kabal into corner. I don't know what he did there. Pressed the button. Maybe he thought he was just going to do forward 2-2 and leave it, but he gets clipped by the 4 into the crushing blow. And the problem with this match as well, right? You'll see Sonic Ninja never gets auto shimmied ever. Jordan was explaining that there is actually an option select which prevents you from being auto shimmied, but he never ever gets auto shimmied. Yeah, Cecil was telling me about it too. He never ever gets auto shimmied, and you can see the tail of the tape is what a confirm though. Punishing the low glaive, that was so sick to have the presence of mind. So you see here, Sonic Ninja did the air glaive, and if you amplify the air glaive, you see them. It means that he recovers faster. But really good presence of mind by Zoro to punish, because it comes up. It was a punish straight into the fatal blow, and this is going to kill. So. Yeah, but that's the thing is that Zoro kept trying to shimmy, so he wasn't grabbing at all. And you could see that he was starting to get a bit frustrated, which is what I was saying on commentary. You can see that he starts to get frustrated because he just can't break Sonic Ninja down. Sonic Ninja's such a patient player, and his defense is so strong. And his confirms are mad clean. Big jump, lots of jump. He jumps a lot too, actually. He does tend to jump a lot. He did it a lot against Jordan as well. But, you know, if you're not anti-airing, there's no reason why he should stop. And now we see Zoro in a much more tenuous position because he doesn't have the fatal blow now, so his comeback potential. Even though, I was going to say, even though he is Baraka, and especially if he gets you in the corner, he probably could have killed here. 300 damage even before the breakaway. Up 4-2, no confirm. I think that's it. No, I said down 1 into Chop Chop, but he did down 3 into Chop Chop.
And we still get the brutal.
The BM brutality. Sit there, go make yourself a cup of tea. Go put some food in the oven because that brutality goes on for a hell of a long time.
So Zoro played that first game really well, despite not getting a lot of clean hits. You know, he was able to keep. Hey, look, there's Josh as well. Yay! He was able to keep Sonic Ninja out of the air, and every time Sonic Ninja did get a confirm, he broke. So he was able just to keep Sonic Ninja out of the big damage that Speed Demon can do. So big confirm forward 2, not into gutted though. Down buttons into Chop Chop, and another good start from Zoro. He was able to keep the momentum from the fatal blow at the end of the last round. See Sonic Ninja. So Sonic Ninja, if we go back, Sonic Ninja twice. So he tried to flawless block there, which is why he got caught with the gutted. And then he tried to do it here as well, and he got hit again. So just missing the timing a little bit on it, because Baraka's 1-1-2 string is flawless blockable. Yeah, I'm just in the background like, yeah. 1-1-2 from Baraka is flawless blockable, so it's just a little bit of a missed timing there. So Baraka not breaking, still taking 310 again. Look, back 1 is an anti-air. He didn't even wait for him to land. Usually what Kabals do is they wait for you to land and then try and trip guard you with a back 1 punish, but he just hit him straight out of the air, and he would have confirmed that straight into Nomad Dash into a combo. So super clean anti-air, but good patience from Zoro again here. He doesn't want to get in in Sonic Ninja's face. He doesn't want to potentially wake up buttons. That wasn't a counter hit. Wake up buttons back into fatal blow.
I'm not sure about it.
So I thought he was going to die here.
Balls, fatal blow, scales.
But,
The last hit does a lot of damage. Oh, no, you're
Yeah,
right.
he is alive.
it did scale quite a lot.
Don't want a rerun of the first round in the last
You can
game.
see Baraka do a triple dash and then get his shins clipped. So this is sort of where the momentum of the set started to shift. Because you can see at the end there, Zoro really was trying to get in, and Sonic Ninja managed to just be patient. Because that match was all Zoro.
Horrific damage, so.
Yeah, for sure. That's you a double crushing blow. Really rack up as well with the dodge damage.
Wake up crushing blow.
Jump over, punch.
How you doing, Nace? You good?
From the anti-air down too.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
But it looks like the momentum.
Yeah, so we see the momentum start to shift. I mean, the tale of all of these rounds so far has just been Zoro get the big life lead at the start, and then
Back to whip was big.
Sonic Ninja just come back. So maybe that aided to Zoro's frustration a little bit, that he just couldn't close it out.
The options of the other guy, and you think that both of these characters are known now for doing.
So finally gets the flawless block, but still gets clipped, and that was a good trade, because now Kabal's used the meter on the flawless block, and he's down on life. So he has to make a big comeback here.
Oh, that,
Here.
Beats the wake up buttons.
Yeah, that was a good break. You wanted to break as low as
Oh.
possible, and that's it.
oh, that walk forwards to make the jump whip.
How you doing, Anishan, sir? You good?
Really, really clever.
Zoro just playing really clean. Sonic Ninja not doing anything outside of his usual wheelhouse, but
So another very clean standing one anti-air, no meter to break. Zoro's, yeah, I mean,
I mean, look at this.
Baraka's jumping's really good, and Sonic Ninja has missed a couple of anti-airs, but I think it's still a big risk to jump against a guy who's shown how consistently he can anti-air. Trip guard on the forward too.
Another thing about
Double
Sonic
down
Ninja,
poke into a
I've
trade.
never seen him get auto shot. So, I mean, that's
Oh.
a massive part of Baraka's game plan to try and open you
Yeah,
up.
you just have to be so careful. You see a lot. He does this a lot, Sonic Ninja, as well. He likes to poke with the back one, just to space you out a little bit, get a little bit of pushback, you know, just to, you know, keep you in your place.
As he does have crushing blows on both of his throws, but just complete patience from Sonic Ninja.
And now we see
And a lot of
Speed D. I keep calling him Speed Ninja. Sonic Ninja
yeah,
with the life lead.
dialing out the forward for quite a fair bit and tried to also do the same thing as we saw last time where he walks forward.
And he's happy just to take to the skies in true Kabal fashion.
See what I mean?
He's just not, look at this. Look at this pressure, this stagger pressure from Baraka. This
Also do the same thing as we saw last time where he walks forwards and tries to get underneath the
hits with a standing one, another standing one, 1-1, down 3, and he's just not, or back 3 rather, and he's just held it all
the down two gonna close it out. Sonic Ninja with one on the board for himself.
and is able to confirm. And that literally is the start of the frustration.
This set so far is that neither players
You just can't open Sonic Ninja up. Sonic Ninja is just playing too patient. You can tell these guys play a lot, I think, from the way that they're playing as well. Because Zoro was the only one, I think, that actually took a round off Sonic Ninja.
both just playing really cleanly.
Like a game. The whole, not a round, sorry, a game. Up to this point, so...
I think the forward for grab string is -5, if I'm not mistaken.
It's, I mean, Sonic
And they're both doing stuff like wake up buttons and counter hit wake up buttons, you know, which shows you they're probably ready for the other. Again, look, just as I said it, counter hit Zoro's wake up buttons.
out and then going for a down one to counter hit because he knows if Zoro does go for the throw, he has the
Again, no stagger and is fully ready. So in this sort of instance, you know, this is where characters like Baraka become scary. If they start doing staggers. Yeah, I felt really good, man. I had so much fun commentating, honestly. It's one of the most fun days of my whole life. The whole tournament was amazing. I did fairly well in the tournament. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I did fairly well in the tournament outside of my horrific error. Could have potentially got top 8. And then I got to commentate top 4. So I had a really, really good time, man. I really enjoyed myself. And I saw you saying nice stuff about me in stream chat too, so I appreciate that as well. Everybody from on the stream was coming in like, yay, Sodium G. I was like, thank you guys. Down 2 into grab was like, meh, 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 meh. Nish as well, all the guys, Molly. It was really nice. I really appreciate the support. But yeah, I mean, so look at this, standing 1, 1-1, and Sonic Ninja just isn't biting, man. This is where Baraka starts to become less effective. If you're not getting opened up, Baraka doesn't have tons of options to open you up. Even though he does massive damage if he does do it, his overhead doesn't lead to anything. He's only got 1 low starter. both of his, well, I say both. Yeah, I say both of his main strings you can flawless block if they're going to complete it. So if he doesn't, oh yeah, why are you pressing? But it started with singing that to me in real life. Yeah, if he can't open you up, then he's completely ineffectual. His fireballs are good, but Kabal can just stick to the air, so he doesn't have to deal with it. And we're really to see. Zoro keeps trying to wake up buttons. If you look at the last, especially the last game, you'll see how many times Zoro, it comes up with counter on Sonic Ninja's side. Counter hit. Oh, big down two. Didn't manage to get the confirm though. Maybe it was a bit far away. Counter hit again. Counter hit again. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Counter hit again.
Well, a lot of Kabal players tend to underutilize the fact that he does have a 9 frame. It is quite tricky to hit.
Yeah, it's just a short range, right?
Yeah, you're 1,000,000% right, Jordan. He doesn't. And then an emphatic fighter select. Sonic is sort of reminds me of Dragon. Look at his face. His defense is so clean. Yeah, hello Fight Zone. Yes, that's exactly what a hit confirm is. Alex, you're exactly right. How you doing, Fight Zone? You good? Yeah, I mean, Kabal. This is where I was a little bit confused. Again, they are training partners. So clearly Zoro has an insight into Sonic Ninja more than most. However, I was talking to Sonic Ninja beforehand and he was saying one of Kabal's worst matchups is Shang. So yeah, you got to be so that's why the better players are where they are, is because they recognize when they get that hit. So yeah, you just got to be quick. The more you play your character, the more you'll be able to hit confirm, and the more you practice, the more you'll be able to see it. So at the start, I was really bad at hit confirming, but now I'm much more, well, for the most part, with Nightwolf anyway, I'm much more ready to hit confirm stuff. But yeah, so we see the counter pick, and I said this at the start, Zoro does tend to do this. If he feels like he's losing a matchup with Baraka, he's more than happy to switch and try and counterpick. However, I'm not sure that this is the right option. And as I say on commentary, I've never seen him play Shang, so I don't know how much experience he has in the matchup. So I don't know if it's worth counterpicking for the sake of counterpicking outside of, you know, potentially getting a game or two. You know, because his main character, because he wasn't losing, and we can see again, he wasn't losing because it was Baraka, he was losing because he was getting impatient, and you can see here as well. I mean, look at this last little sequence in the corner after the restand. Look how many times Sonic Ninja gets counter hit, reads the jump, counter hit, counter hit. So you can just see it's not so much, that's plus, and he meshed out of it. It's not so much about good use of the interactable, about the character choice. It's about the way that he was approaching the matchup. So obviously Shang has a few more tools that make this better for him than Baraka does, like ground eruption. But if you're not as comfortable in the matchup with the character, it doesn't matter if it's a counter pick, because you better believe that Sonic Ninja knows this matchup and has probably played against a lot of really high level Shangs. So he's probably practiced this matchup knowing it's weak for Kabal. So if Zoro's Shang isn't up to the level of the Shangs that he fights on a regular basis, he's just not going to get that. He's just not going to get as much out of it. And we can see that the down one interruption.
I think that was a really wise idea. Big break, but he's not dead. Not dead indeed, but 7 seconds left. Oh, he went for
Random nomad dash.
If there was going to be a ground eruption.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Yeah, I'm glad you're finding the analysis interesting, Alex. I do enjoy doing it very much, especially because I was commentating. It's nice to watch the match back and just like break it down. Because obviously you can analyze it while you're watching it, but it's only when you can like stop it and rewind it and stuff. So Zoro actually taking the first game there. Wasn't really, he didn't really confirm anything. He was just getting a lot of mileage out of the ground eruptions, which again is probably why this is a good matchup for Shang, because Kabal likes to stay to the air. And he was just getting plucked straight out of the sky. As you can see exactly as I was saying it. So big throw. Beats the wake up jump. Down 3. Tries to go to the air throw glaive. Little micro step back from Zoro. I mean, the thing is, the ground eruption now doesn't do that much damage, so that all of that for a bar was actually less than a throw. But it means that Sonic Ninja is out of the range. It means that Zoro is out of the range of Sonic Ninja's buttons, and
This isn't gonna kill, but he's full screen. He's worried about a corpse drop.
oh,
Now, I think when Zoro neutral jumped, he was expecting the fatal blow.
Yeah, and he's still
Entered low cut.
I don't know why he didn't break there. Oh, that was bait. Standing 2. He did wake up buttons, missed it, and then did throw.
That was deliberate.
So yeah, I mean, it ended up working out for Zoro, but it was more the sense of Sonic Ninja playing a little bit less patiently. Oh, you reckon he thought he was going to take a grab?
And the thing is as well,
just sparked him right in the side of the head. Yeah, probably. I do that all the time. If you ever see me play Kotl and just do a big sword swing, it's because I'm mashing 2. Hey, Tony 5-star. How you doing, my man? It's hella comfy, bro. And I'm glad you're comfy. Yeah, basically, yeah. What? Another clean anti-air. How you doing, Tony? You good, my man? So yeah, I mean, you can see Kabal, Sonic Ninja was just playing a little bit less patiently than he usually was. So look, this is why Sonic Ninja's so sick. So the tail of the last game was... You better believe it. My girlfriend was sitting in my chair yesterday because she changed the backrest of my chair, and I was like, I'm not comfy. And then I pressed the button, and I'm like, yeah, now I'm comfy. You can see that Sonic Ninja wasn't being that patient in the last set. He kept trying to jump over the ground eruptions and throw glaives and was getting clipped every time. But watch this. So, straight away, he doesn't go to the air. In the last game, you saw him jump. He would have jumped and tried to throw a glaive in this instance and been caught by that ground eruption. Look, so he'd throw a glaive, and then that was when he would jump and get clipped. But watch this. Throws a glaive. Instead of jumping, how clean was that? It was like a platformer. He just walked in between the lava, gets a 4-2-2 punish, forces Tsung to break. And even if Shang hits it, alright, he does get pushed full screen, but 161 damage. I mean, I know it all builds up, but... Being patient again. He's picking his spots now, and he's had 2 really clean, again, standing 1 anti-airs. Which just shows you testaments, it's just testament to how good Sonic Ninja is with anti-air standing 1, because Baraka and Shang are 2 of the hardest characters to anti-air, and he is consistently anti-airing them. No, I don't stream on weekends, Tony. Just during the week. For now, anyway, that might change. But, yeah, occasionally I do weekend streams. Mostly it'll be... restreams of tournaments. So if there's any big tournament coming up on a weekend, again, look, he did exactly the same thing again. Look at this.
Because Shang is like a character that is really
Ground eruption. Just casually walks in front of it, gets a full punish, keeps it unbreakable. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, comfy every day. Yeah, that'd be Cecil's analysis. So, I mean, you can just see the adaptation and what is a bad matchup from Sonic Ninja. Just being really patient. Another anti-air standing 1, a bit far away to confirm there. But he jumps a lot as well. He was getting away with murder a little bit with these jump-ins. But, again, a full punish, 240. Just walks in between the eruptions and gets a punish. Oh, whiff. No punish there on the 1-1-1 whiff.
Sonic Ninja
Another anti-air.
the success rate on that standing one.
And he's forcing the break every time. Which means that if he gets another confirm, especially with this much life,
Like right there. It's risk
Zoro's dead. There you go.
player that's just gonna convert off them.
Bang, just like that.
So,
I'm not sure that
the adaption there
oh, and he goes for the little
in that bad matchup
you said before, you can tell their boys
was
at the end for both players.
just really, really strong from Sonic Ninja. Look at him. Yeah. He's such a nice dude.
Matchup as your main character
You know, Zoro won the first game with
against somebody as good as Sonic Ninja.
lots of pressure.
If you don't have that presence of mind,
Sonic Ninja adapted, took the next two, didn't let Baraka get anything started. And then, so I'm confusing myself because I can hear myself talk and I'm looking at myself talk twice on Gymception. Yeah, so Zoro took the first match, played really clean with Baraka, got a couple of nice punishes. Sonic Ninja slowed the pace of the game down, wasn't getting open up, caused Zoro to start getting frustrated, took the next two. Then the Zoro counter pick worked out because then you saw Sonic Ninja start to get a bit impatient, and then he managed to keep his cool again in the last set and managed to take it in what is a bad matchup. So really good, really well played by Zoro, to be honest with you, because he did the best against Sonic Ninja all weekend, but really, really well played by Sonic Ninja just to keep his cool and to win the matchup.
you can tell that
So now Zoro stays on.
high level against such a high opponent, regardless of the counter pick. So, you know, the fact that he wasn't able to capitalize on it as much really was his downfall in the end. 'Cause I don't
So
think
this is now Zoro versus Sodium Jim.
you know, stick with your main
What, so I can be Super Saiyan God Jim?
He kind of looked at the fact that Shang works in favor, and then went for the counter pick. But really, it wasn't like
So now it's Jordan
I mean, in
versus Derpy. So this is a run back of UFA. Which was Baraka versus Shang. Sorry, Baraka versus Shao. Yeah, the beard turns red. And the eyebrows. Yeah, so this is a run back of UFA, which was Baraka versus Shao. And then Zoro tried to switch to Koto and got bodied. But the thing is, the thing with the Baraka matchup, and if Jordan's here, he can attest to this, is that Jordan probably has played Shao versus Baraka more than any other character because VL, his training partner, is a Baraka main. So you'll see a few things in this set where you're just like, yes, all right, this is a man. I mean, Jordan is a fantastic whiff punisher anyway, but you'll see a few things in this set where you're like, right, he's ready. He's completely ready for this matchup. So this is for grand finals. This is third place playoffs basically.
yeah, I was gonna say
it's
the
all
real
just
guard.
great for me.
So yeah, he does go with Shao versus Baraka.
Pretty toxic in chat, man. He has been destroyed. I'm guessing his weapons are so
And yeah, you'll see.
Well, shout out to the Muppet Smuggler and the boys from my chat.
There is one really funny moment in this set actually,
Very much.
which will linger on slightly just for the lols. But
We thought we would see Shao. I mean, the thing with this matchup is, I feel bad for Baraka players because Baraka is probably.
oh, see, so
most
straight away going for the standing one anti-air just mistimes it.
Shoutouts to BL.
Yeah.
So he,
Shoutouts to BL, dude.
so he knows this matchup inside and out. We saw him absolutely annihilate Randy Slammer at ECT.
Look, see, that was when I was like, lol.
So he
Look at the foot. Look at how Jordan just stands there, right?
inside and out. We saw him absolutely
Forward four. Look, he puts on the Dark Priest buff. Just takes a little step back. He knew he could smell the forward four. Look how close the forward four is when it whiffs. Look at Baraka's foot as he's putting it down. And he's about to catch the pommel. I like that your predictive text changed it to Machamp instead of matchup. I mean, I don't know, to be honest with you, how it works usually, because I've only ever seen this match Jordan versus Baraka, and it's usually Jordan turning him inside out. But look, punish straight away, goes straight into the annihilation, which is smart, because it uses the crushing blow, and it forces the break.
The judge gavel right to the top of the head. I mean, he had to break there, otherwise he was going to eat about 45%.
So, no anti-air there.
Matchup. He just whiffed 4-4 right in front of his face. VideoGamezYo didn't even move, and he had the 1-4 standing punish.
Wake up, hold north. Oh yeah, I held north on Cecil quite a lot actually. I'm sorry about that, dude. Oh, nice with punish of his own.
On the forward 4 then to chop, didn't confirm into gutted.
That air to air one, getting the breakaway from VideoGamezYo.
I mean, uncharacteristically, VideoGamezYo hasn't taken a single throw, I don't think, this set. I don't know if he'd rather.
Oh, forward 4-4.
On the forward 2-2, gave him that Captain Baraka right to the chest.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah, you know, the
Yeah, except Lordrak. Yeah, you're exactly right, Nick. And that's what we say as well. Jordan's the only one that's actually still doing.
Outside the corner without fatal blow.
Yes.
So it's, you know, it's not the end of the world. Using it to secure the round.
No flawless
really
block.
Interesting to me was the fact that
See, straight away.
contested a string that was already advancing straight.
Look, just clean, flawless blocks. The first forward 2-1-2 he does. Bloop. Keeps it simple, goes for the side switch. Big jump. And he gets a lot of reads on those throws. 300 damage. Donk. 320 damage. Because Zoro's trying to...
Oh, just about to
Ooh.
say Zoro getting caught counter here, just to punctuate my sentence.
But now, it's like Shao Kahn
So,
doesn't really have the most
big second game there by Jordan.
No, that's about it,
so
really.
annihilation down to
Used a lot of resources, but took the round convincingly.
And the throw, and the reversal throw, which is very
the
difficult.
reversal throw is going to be the hardest one to get, I think, because you know, what can Baraka do that you can reverse?
Nothing.
Throw counter or punish.
He doesn't.
See, I couldn't remember how many spears he hit either.
Got it right in front of him.
Yeah, like a point blank.
Because he does have the crushing blow. That was so clean.
You know, what can Baraka do that you can reverse?
And standing one punish.
He
Just
doesn't-
jabs him in the face.
Maybe if he goes for a gutted right in front of him.
Yeah, like a point blank
Yeah.
gutted on
Counter hits the forward 4.
player that's a bit more he's clever with it. He'll do 1-1-2 gutted on block.
Yep. Let's try and bait out any sort of reversal.
That was really nice. Again, he's just really, really good at spacing the standing one against Baraka. And this is where the hate starts. All of those high attacks were plus.
Kahn's forward 4. His
Zoro did a good job not to get completely opened up there, but
6. His standing one is +4.
That's it.
That is done so. Dunked and
Game 1.
VideoGamezYo gonna take a first game over Zoro.
So as we said, look, I mean, there wasn't much to say there outside of... Look, he always looks at the camera. Yeah. There wasn't much to say there outside of Jordan just really knows this matchup really, really well. And he was taking his shots. He was, you know, when he had the shot to take, his whiff punishing was on point. He missed a couple of anti-airs, but for the most part...
He just switched character, never mind.
And then look, so this is the Zoro, right? And look at Jordan. Zoro doesn't give two hoots about counter picking, right? So the only person Jordan lost to this tournament was Sonic Ninja, because you know Kabal is a really strong character and plays really well against most of the characters Jordan plays. Obviously, Jordan wouldn't pick Shao into Kabal, right? However, because Zoro lost, he gets the option to change, and Zoro loves to counterpick, so you can see Zoro's face like, and Jordan's face like, nope. Look, that's the perfect screenshot. And me like, lol. Jordan isn't happy. Zoro is. But saying that though, right? I mean, I'd imagine Jack struggles a little bit against Kabal because of the range of his normals, and if Kabal sticks to the air throwing glaives, I'm not sure there's a lot Jax can do. Funny enough, I think Jordan does switch to Jax. No, overall Jordan wins this set. But this is what I was saying before when Zoro switched to Shang. Like he's a really sick player, right? He always gets top 8. However, he tends to counter pick a lot, and as a result, I don't feel like he necessarily can play the characters to the same level he plays his Baraka that he chooses to counterpick. And we saw that with Shang Tsung against Sonic, and we're going to see it. We saw it with Kotal at UFA, and we're going to see it now as well. So, yeah, ultimately it becomes a discussion of, do you counterpick even if you're not as comfortable with the character, or do you just try and play it out and see how you get on? So this matchup's going to be a lot of Zoro basically trying to stay as far away from Shao Kahn as possible. We see Jordan trying to throw a lot of projectiles, no anti-air on the jump. Plus frames. Zoro just tends to jump a lot out of plus frames because, you know, it's the safest bet. Most of the time, if you get a confirm, it's not going to lead to as much damage, and you could potentially even fall out of it. Yeah, when in doubt, main it out. I'm with you 100%, Papa. 100,000,000%. Big Nomad Dash. Rago Nomad Dash, as Falcon calls it.
That was a pretty Rago move, just catching VideoGamezYo in the neutral. But,
no anti-air again. Down one into Annihilation though. Kabal's jumping is really tough to anti-air. It's just really, it's one of them like pointy feet ones that changes the hitbox. Hey, thank you, Sia. I appreciate that a lot, my man. Look, he tries to jump again. So this is what I mean about jumping as an option, right? So he eats the plus frames. So it eats plus frames, right? So at this point, Shao Kahn is +6, which means that whatever move he decides to do, take 6 frames off it, essentially, in terms of what he's going to do, and add 6 to Kabal, right? So this is why why Zoro tends to jump, because, so Jordan goes for it, so if Jordan had gone for a throw, he would have beaten the throw, and if he goes for a down button, as I said, so he gets hit out of the jump, but because he gets hit and the guy's not in the corner, that's the most that happens. So all he does is take the damage of essentially of a low poke after the plus frames, and then is able to reset. So thank you very much for the kind words here. I appreciate that. How you doing, my man? Are you good? Did you have a wonderful weekend? So watch this. So time's about to tick down. What a whiff punish on the throw, right? However, this is a very interesting situation. Look, whiff punish on the throw. 1 second left. He was 1 second too short. He's already dead, right? This is why it was funny, because so Zoro's won the round. Jordan at this point turned to look at me like, yeah, how sick am I? And I was going, you lost on time. I was doing like, time. And Jordan was looking at me confused like, what do you mean? I was like, the time. Look at the time. This was really funny. So this was the worst possible situation for Jordan because, hey, Wintelli, this is the worst possible situation for Jordan because he's used his fatal blow. I mean, if we go back and look at the sequence, maybe if he'd have done it off the standing one by itself, I mean, it might not have killed because he did it into the shoulder, right? If he'd have done 1-2 into fatal blow, it would have connected, but it probably wouldn't have killed. Oh yeah, Arena Clash. But he did it with literally, look, the clock, 0. And you just see his life go. I don't actually know what happened there in the sense of if he'd have done it, if the animation had kicked in 1 second earlier, would it have stopped the clock? I actually don't know. But this was really funny anyway. Do you remember all the frame data and everything? Yes. Hey, Crazy Gamer, how you doing, my man? How was your weekend, dude? Do you remember all the frame data? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely... It's actually, to be honest with you, Alex, it's both. So, the way that I tell people that play, if they don't want to get, like, actually good at the game, you don't have to learn frame data. You can just play the game, do whatever you want to do. Generally, that's what people in Combat League tend to do, I think. They don't really look at frame data. They just play and, this, you know, play like that. But if you want to get better, then you definitely need to learn the frame data for your character, because it's not even so much about what your character does, but it's also about knowing what the other characters do. So you know the frame data for what you can do for the best punishes, and you know what the other characters can do so that you know when you can do your punishes. So if you don't know how to punish stuff in this game, then characters are going to get away with stuff. And that's why a lot of people, especially at lower levels, tend to complain about things being broken, because they don't do enough learning. And they're like, why is this guy able to do the same move on me over and over again? They don't know that it's like minus a million, and they're not trying to punish it to, you know, to prevent them from doing it again, or at least, you know, potentially even winning the match. So yeah, I definitely would recommend. But then the more you play your character, then it does become muscle memory as well. So you'll just do it on reaction. You'll see somebody do, for example, a Shao Kahn shoulder is minus 18. You'll see you'll be able to do the punish on it with your character once you've learned what your best punish with the frame data is. So, thank you, Crazy Gamer. Yeah, that's exactly the best way, as Elise put it. You're like, if so-and-so does X, I'll do Y. If they do Y, I'll do Z, right? So, yeah, I would definitely recommend learning the frame data for every character if you can, because then it will just increase your knowledge of the game. Yeah, I'm doing really well, Wintality, thank you. I had a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Crazy Game, I appreciate it. It's my pleasure. Yeah, online frame data is super inconsistent. That's where the frustration starts to kick in a little bit, because you might find that online the frame data isn't as accurate as it should be because of latency issues, but that I would still tend to learn it as much as you can, because it's still accurate for the most part. But yes, C is correct. And no, I didn't watch the video about Fatal Blows. What was it? I don't know frame data exactly. No, it's your turn. See, that's when you've got to be careful though, Hot Stepper, because it's not always. That's still. I mean, if you still manage to catch it though, that's cool. Because it was a really good tournament. Lots of top level players. That's when it starts to get a little bit murky, Hot Stepper, because it's not so much the turn taking, which is good to know, because it's definitely good to know when to take your turn. But that's when you start getting staggered and stuff if you don't know frame data exactly, because you might think it's your turn. After certain special moves and stuff, like Scorpion Teleport, Sub-Zero Slide, then it's fine, because you know it's when your turn to take. But no, Omega K wasn't there, no. There wasn't a lot of... Yeah, Josh is mad, man. He played super clean for his first online tournament. But... Yeah, so like for example, Johnny Cage's like a lot of like Shao Kahn actually. Shao Kahn's standing 1 is 4 frame. It's +4 if you block it, right? So you might think, oh, it's just a poke, time to poke back, but you're gonna get blown up because he's plus. So that's when you need to look at frame data in a bit more detail, because as I said, learning your turn is good, and it's good to play like that because you don't want to mash a lot of the time because you're gonna get blown up, but you have to be careful because there are moves and strings in this game and normals that can steal turns if you're not ready and you don't know the frame data on them. Like Scarlet's 4 floor is a double high, so you can duck both, but it's super plus if you block them. But if you think that she's going to do it, you can duck both and get a full punish afterwards. So yeah, it's just about learning. It's just, I guess a lot of it is experience as well, but... Oh yeah, no, dude, I did see it, because that happens to me all the time. Yeah, I did see your video. It happens to me all the time. It's weird, it's like they're doing fatal blow cancels. So like, it happened to me the other day with a Kung Lao. He did wake up fatal blow, he flashed, I like hesitated, and it didn't go away. I saw a clip of it, Crazy Gamer. I saw a clip of it where he flawless blocked you 9 times. They're not always plus. They're not always plus. That's the thing, Hotster. But this is what I mean about you probably know more than you think. But I would just a really good resource if you guys want to know frame data and stuff on the fly is Combat Academy. I'll post it in chat. I don't know, Sia. I don't know, honestly. Ninth place. I honestly don't know because it happens to me all the time. Yeah, so you've got experience. You've definitely got the experience element, but I think if you want to step it up to the next level, then it's better that you start just flawless blocks for days. Yeah, that was clean. Yeah, you can still play. That's the thing especially with fighting games. I guess with a lot of games, but with fighting games, you can play thousands of matches and you can reach a good level. But if you want to be better than that, then you have to learn frame. Like you have to accurately learn frame data, because that's just. I mean, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm not calling you out specifically, Hot Seb. I'm just saying if one plays thousands of matches and reaches a certain level of experience, and you want to get to that level, and you're wondering why you've plateaued or stuff like that, then I would definitely recommend taking each character into the lab for an hour. Not even necessarily playing them or like learning all their moves or doing stuff like that. Just taking them into the lab for an hour, testing them out a little bit, seeing. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not a massive proponent of my own medicine these days. I've forgotten a lot of stuff, and a niche. And thankfully, I've got a niche in here as my frame data encyclopedia. But for the most part, I would definitely recommend taking characters into the lab, just seeing where there's gaps, because I like stuff like flawless blocking is important. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point, Hot Stepper. So yeah, you know what you're talking about. See, I honestly have no idea, dude. All I know is that it freaks me out, and that I always panic. Because I see it happen, I react to the flash, and then I'm like, brr, and then I get comboed, usually. But I honestly have no idea what causes that to happen. Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly, Gains and Gains is right. You're still probably good, but it's literally just to that next level. I don't know if it's the most important, but it's definitely really important. Because if you know frame data and you can't hit a combo, it doesn't mean anything. If your punishes for big, it's like that Tekken frame data thing, right? They're adding the ability to, like, they're giving you recommended punishes. No, I didn't actually. They're adding in a new system called recommended punishes. So if you block a move, it gives you an easy punish to do. But it's in the instances I've seen, it's never really useful. Ninja killer. Oh well, yeah, exactly. There you go. If you know. Yeah, I can imagine that's the case. Ninja Killer is really good. Yeah, because I mean that's the other side of it. If you just lab and you don't have any practical experience and you can't hit combos in after a certain point, I think it is like if you're reaching like God/Elder God maybe. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, it's a little bit interesting, because Mortal Kombat 11, I think up to Demigod, it's more about the time you put in, rather than... I wouldn't say extremely, but there's definitely gaps in their knowledge, let's put it that way. They're not bad, because clearly they're good enough mechanically with their character to win, but... It's more the case of that they lack... So they know what to do with their character, but they don't really know what other characters do, and they just play it how they want to play. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. Yesterday, playing offline, that's the first time I've played offline in a tournament in about 4 months, and it took me a while to get into it, so... But yeah, we got sidetracked, as we often do in these analyses. Let's just laugh at this again. Low, 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 low. Low, 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 low.
The round's over! The round's over!
Listen to the commentary.
The round's over! And he lost his fatal blow. He lost it anyway.
Jordan looked at me. He didn't realize he already lost. The
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Can you hear me saying the time?
VideoGamezYo looked at me with a smile on his face, and I'm pointing at the clock. Plus frames again.
Imagine. Just imagine.
That was funny.
That duck, oh, no punish. Wow.
But that wasn't a bad... Still wasn't a bad round from VideoGamezYo. Oh, he has to be very careful about his jump-ins, because you see, one of the scariest things a Kabal player can do is walk backwards. Because the more they walk backwards, they're just looking for you to make a mistake and put out a back one to punish.
Now, yep, Zoro's doing the right thing. Jumping is probably not the best idea.
No, because
ducking is.
and you
Yep,
just said
and that's gonna hurt. Oh, he's gonna lose buff. There it is.
Oh.
I know that timing.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see the annihilation. Hey, Buana! How you doing, my man? Thank you for the support in the chat. Are you good, fella?
fully ready. Just oh god, not like this.
Oh, jumps himself into the corner. Doesn't confirm the forward two.
See, this is what we're talking about. A bit of maybe the bit of character.
Lots of big jump-ins. And you can see the difference, right? So, if you look at somebody like Sonic Ninja, who's been playing Kabal the whole time, right? And somebody like Zoro, who's picking him as a counter pick. In this instance, what would have happened if it was Sonic Ninja, right? So, big jump, jumps back over, gets himself out of the corner, down 4, goes to the jump. That, without a question of a doubt, would have been a standing one anti-air into a full combo. Zoro doesn't have the same... it might be muscle memory, it might be experience, but whatever it is, he doesn't have the same as somebody who plays a Kabal on a regular basis, and he wasn't ready to take advantage of the situation. Big confirm there though, forcing the break. Plus frames. Down 1 into annihilation. Don't know why he went for the amplify there. He doesn't usually. I think he just wanted to try and take the damage.
Oh, another Rago Nomad dash.
Doesn't work twice on it.
Thank you very much, Buana.
That's the thing with VideoGamezYo. He does not fall for that sort of thing.
Yeah, went for that power. Oh, dang, how comes? What happened?
Definitely. I mean, he is the anime last boss of the London FGC scene at the moment. So
That's true.
and he just keeps leveling up, which is the irritating thing. Oh, little wave dash in corner.
Oh, that could have been anti-air.
Yeah, he's the anime last boss of the London scene, yeah.
I don't know how many spears he's hit, but he could potentially... What a big jump. He could potentially have the crushing blow, big tech.
That was, there's a lot of missed punishes from Zoro's side as well. A lot of missed whiff punishes.
Oh, what a whiff punish.
Into the Dark Priest.
Yeah, clever stuff. Using that 2-3 for the extended knockback and cancel.
I didn't know that if...
That's gonna
This
kill.
is a crushing blow.
That's gonna kill. Yeah, there it is.
I didn't know that with the crushing blow on...
Because I said, I
Dang.
don't know how many spears
Main.
he must have had it confirmed and ready to
I didn't know that with the crushing blow... With the annihilation... With the Dark Priest buff on... His throws do 20%.
It doesn't matter if I waste my fatal blow on a timeout, I'm still going to use my crushing blow. And that's the thing, the beautiful thing about the character as well, and his familiarity with Shao and how good he is, as we were saying, he doesn't have that many crushing blows. He's got 4 practical ones, and one of them is a down 2, and he used 3 of them in that set.
Yeah,
So maximum.
So we switch back to Baraka.
Which we said would be actually quite difficult to do.
Gunners.
He doesn't do that much stuff that... I mean, sorry. Actually, could probably do it against Nomad Dash, but maybe the
So yeah, we see the switch back to Baraka. This makes a lot of sense, because you can tell, even though Jordan knows the matchup against Baraka much better, Zoro's just a really good Baraka. I've just never seen him play a character as well as he plays Baraka. So even though Jordan knows the matchup better, I think Zoro was much more comfortable with this character, so...
I feel like you should be playing your best character and knowing
especially in top 3.
against it.
Double jump gets clipped.
A character
And Jordan doesn't get auto-shimmied really either, so...
has more
The testament of both him and Sonic Ninja being really good players, as you'll see, is that very, very rarely get opened up. And in fact, you saw...
is not a bad character.
No.
Not only does he not get auto-shimmied, but he flawless blocks as soon as he gets the opportunity to.
It's just he requires
The first time Zoro finishes the string. Oh, just misses the punish on the throw. That could have been massive damage.
Every other character in the game as well.
That's true.
Because you can play play Shao Kahn really, really well, but if you don't know your options, because he's not a character with lots and lots of options, but if you don't know your options against every character in the game, then you will get opened up by one of them.
Cool. That's true, and he's also execution based. You know, being able to consistently wave dash,
especially
is a very
in the
big
corner
part.
as well.
Yeah, and oh, just off the down back 4 confirms, the meterless down back 4 confirms. But
look at this throw.
So,
20% throw.
20% throws, and then using that to just chip Zoro out. Really smart. But yeah, like I just.
Hey, Gunnar for NYC. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, he's not. He's still getting bopped, but. Oh, just missed the anti-air. He's still getting bopped, but
He knows that Zoro is afraid essentially, and as a result, he's pressuring where he can. Oh, he's gonna get. Yeah.
That was delicious.
He's gonna get the butt of the hammer right in the side of the head for whipping that chop.
But he's still. I would.
Gives him the Lex Luger back 2, flawless block, down 1 chop chop.
Oh, nice. NLBC.
Combat League style shenanigans.
Flawless block again. I mean, how many times have we seen that string get flawless blocked?
VideoGamezYo is one of the very few players that has lapped like every single flawless block in the game.
It is insane.
And has mastered them.
The consistency.
He was doing.
I hope Jordan doesn't listen to this commentary.
Oh, that was a beautiful anti-air with the fatal blow, and that is gonna take it.
Because I big him up so much. his afro's gonna swell. But yeah, and then, I mean, that's it. Very clean. Let's watch the anti-air at the end there. Zoro was jumping a lot, and you can see, when you see Jordan doing a down back like this in the corner, it's because he's waiting to fatal blow. Look, he knows when people are gonna jump. Straight away, as soon as Zoro took to the air, skewered him like a fish. Fatal blow.
I would say very convincingly. I mean,
and now is a chance at the run back.
Yes. Well. Yeah, I mean, just to talk about Zoro. Zoro did amazingly well again. He went through winner's side the whole way, and he's only lost to the top 2 players in the tournament. So, you know, shout-outs to him.
Well, he only lost to Sonic Ninja, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's gone out to the only 2 players who are in grand finals. So, you know, he's a really, really strong player. I think he's patient.
Yeah, punish it. He does get that level shot. Read move.
So we get the run back in grand finals.
Every character he plays. Oh, I mean, I've used the whole pre-patch Kotal and Destroy. I've seen him use pre-patch Katana, pre-patch, you know, whichever character you want to see. I've seen him use.
Who are you doing that? That better have been to me, Jordan.
I've seen him use pre-patch Kotal.
Yeah, everybody says that. I look really serious. I was saying to Nish before, I just have resting bitch face, bro. Unfortunately, that's just my face. But this is actually look at Sonic Ninja. This is a run back from winner's side. I didn't know who Jordan was gonna pick, to be honest with you. Yeah, his Nightwolf's super strong. You are good, Nick. You're definitely good. But yeah, so this is Jordan's chance for redemption. Yeah, no glasses, Jimmy. I left my glasses at home. I'm so stupid. I was sitting there. I mean, it didn't make so much of a difference in my games, but in front of that monitor, I was like squinting to read chat. Yeah, why not? I'm doing a King of the Hill later on. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish streaming in about an hour for the first part, and then I'll be back in a few hours after that, and I'm gonna do a King of the Hill. So I might not be able to. So today's one I have to cut a bit early because I'm going to dinner at my mum's. So instead of doing it till 8, I can only do it till 7. But I will be definitely doing one later on because a lot of people want to do it. But yeah, so this is grand finals. Jordan having lost to Sonic Ninja, playing Nightwolf, I believe. So yeah, it was a big question was who's he going to play? Because Shao loses to Kabal. Nightwolf struggles, I don't know if Nightwolf struggles a little bit, but the way that Sonic Ninja plays, it's a bit of a struggle. So yeah, outtake Johnny potentially. No worries, man. I'll be going back to 8 tomorrow. It's just today because I've got dinner plans. I have to cut the stream a little bit early, but I'll definitely make up for tomorrow. And to be honest with you, I'm so tired from yesterday that I don't know if I could do like a full day's stream. But definitely tomorrow, once I've had a bit of sleep.
Whichever character you want to see. I've seen him use Cetrion, I've seen him use Collector, I've seen him use the whole cast, and he plays them to such a high level because he plays at such a high level.
Yeah, I mean, he learned the game correctly. You know, I was saying this about both himself and Josh TQ earlier, that
Yes.
they just learned the game.
Oh, taking a picture. I was like, why does Jake have a bunny rabbit?
Fall into terrible habits.
And especially seeing as they both play
Nah, I didn't know if I was allowed to, so I didn't want to.
They took the time to actually learn the game correctly. They didn't mess about. Only going
But I need to tweet about mashing on hit as well, because I didn't get a chance to yesterday.
Story that he told me, went online, started playing and stuff. But then acknowledged that, you know, the parts he was
So yeah, it was interesting to see who he would have gone with, and his choice confuses me. To be honest with you, I need to talk to him about why he chose who he chose.
Unstoppable force almost. And I think that, you know, it's still the first year of him competing.
It's not even been a year, bro. It wasn't been, what did we say, July, August, September, it's been 4
July to
months.
November. Not long at all. And the game has only been out since April. He's not even a legacy.
He chose Jacqui. Now, I thought this was a bit of an odd choice. Catch you later, Buana. Thanks for popping in, man, and thanks for popping in on the weekend as well. I really appreciate it, my man. I thought Jacqui was a bit of an odd choice because Jacqui categorically, not categorically, but mainly loses to the same characters. I would say that if Shao and Nightwolf are going to lose to them, I'm not entirely sure what... Hey, how you doing, Jake Keller? How you doing, my man? You good? I'm not entirely sure what Jacqui has that...
received a couple of nerfs on the pre-Evo patch, but essentially she's still the same character, and he's still putting in a lot of
that his other characters don't have, you know?
big combo damage.
But because I've seen him play Jacqui before, but I just don't know the logic behind it. Nice punish on the hop attack.
But recently, players, you know, made the opposite, like upgraded.
Nice roll.
And upgraded Jacqui and seems, you know,
maximum Jacqui.
Because he doesn't tend to do many. So this variation of Jacqui is the Jacqui that has the cancels, right? And you don't see many cancels at all.
Quite the irritating
Quite the headache.
playstyle. Yes, quite
because
the headache.
it reminds me of Crackdown. Like, you know the way she just jumps at you, like.
Yeah, I mean, she is playing. There are a few characters in this game that play essentially their own game, right? Their own mini game, and Jacqui, in all 3 of her variations, has her own.
So he's getting a lot of mileage out the back too. Wow, the quality of the stream just dipped. Hold on. Oh, it's just the stream.
The third one, she has jump cancel. It doesn't matter which variation that you play of her, she's a really rich.
Nice with punish on the back one. He drops the combo here though. Yeah, he tries to go for the down one and misses it. But, I mean, it's sort of working out for Jordan at the moment. He's getting a lot of mileage out of this back 2-2. But he's not doing any cancels.
Very good advancing. 9-frame string.
Oh, okay. Thank you, brother.
Also, shout out to Mr. Aquaman in chat. Big ups. Amazing commentator.
Should go with Shao. I mean, again, it becomes part of the matchup. He's playing against Sonic Ninja's so good, right? And in a matchup where you already lose, it just becomes a battle of the players. And if you're putting yourself at a disadvantage already, then it's just going to make it so much more difficult to play. Big jump in, no anti-air.
No meter to break, goes straight into the fatal blow.
That's going to scale hard.
Yeah, it's going to scale extremely hard. I think a lot of people like to do standing 4 into fatal blow. Because it scales it down the least, but as we saw there, as you said, massive amount of scaling. He does have the life lead here though, he has to be wary because Kabal can pull the trigger on his fatal.
So he just keeps he seems to be using back 2-2 a lot. Oh my god.
That was so sick.
Look at this. Look at this sequence. He went for the shrapnel blast, jumped, full confirm from a standing 1 anti-air.
Once again, standing 1 confirm anti-air. How many times have we seen Sonic Ninja with that standing 1 confirm? It's ridiculous. The consistency.
For real. You know, both these players are just insane.
So that was a bad end of round because VideoGamezYo used his fatal blow at the end to try and try and take the round, and then he lost the round. So
whiffing a jab and then just doing it again because you're so
Yeah, no, that's the thing. All of Jordan's characters. Hey, El Chapas, how you doing, my man? All of Jordan's characters are sick, right? And he's really good with a lot of the cast. But it just surprised me because I've never seen him play. Firstly, I've never seen him play Jacqui in tournament, and secondly, it's just the matchup itself. Jacqui just struggles against characters with longer range buttons than her and zoning, which is what Kabal's whole gimmick is. How you doing, Chappers? Are you good? So yeah, it just seemed like a bit of an odd choice. And again, he's not going for any cancels. That's why I don't understand why he picked this variation. You'd think that if he wanted to get in or he wanted to get around the zoning, it'd be better to be upgraded, right? If you're not going to use the cancels, then, or at least next gen, because then you can put down your barrier and just shoot your own projectiles. Yeah, dude, I literally just said it on commentary at the same time. Yeah, I'll talk to him about it when I see him next, but I just felt like this was a bit of a weird choice. I mean, he started off strong, he took the first game, but as soon as Sonic Ninja found his spacing, and it again becomes the question, do you pick a character that you think works better, that is arguably a better matchup? I mean, nice attempt to try and whiff punish there, gets clocked. So you see here, VideoGamezYo gets hit by that fatal blow, the crushing blow, because he tries to whiff punish with forward 1 and just mistimes it, but Sonic Ninja dropped the combo. Do you play a character that does slightly better in the matchup that you're less familiar with, or do you play the character you're super familiar with that loses in the matchup? So the problem is as well that Nightwolf's effectiveness definitely gets reduced if they don't. Yeah, Shao loses to any sort of character that has a strong zoning game. Maybe forward 2 can outrange back 1, but outside of that, a lot of Kabal's buttons outrange him. And yeah, so if somebody doesn't get auto shimmied, like Sonic Ninja never gets auto shimmied, characters like Baraka and Nightwolf completely lose their effectiveness because that's a lot of their game plan. Because both characters have very strong throw games. That's the fear, is that the shimmy, the reason why it's called an auto shimmy is because a shimmy is basically a movement that baits your opponent into doing something, and the strings are called auto shimmies because they look like throws, so they sort of bait you with their animation into thinking it's a throw and you get opened up. If you don't get opened up by that and you're taking the throws, the effectiveness of both characters is greatly diminished. So I understand why he wouldn't pick Nightwolf, and I understand why he wouldn't pick Shao, but I just don't understand why he'd choose to pick... Yeah, 1-1, yeah. Same as Nightwolf. I don't understand why he chose Jacqui instead of... Maybe Jax loses to the same sort of matchups. But he's much more comfortable as a Jax player. Yeah, I don't know why he picked Jacqui. But
he just seems to be going for the full strings rather than going for any sort of cancel shenanigans. Maybe he's aware that and this is gonna he went for the forward. Yeah, but his escape failed, so he does have crushing blow on his back throw. So VideoGamezYo has to be very careful which direction he takes that. He could be killed. Back 2-2. Yeah, it's all part of the mind game as well, isn't it? You know, knowing that the crushing blow is on the back throw, the crushing blow will kill you.
I mean, he's still doing really well. Testament to the guy. Yes, it looks weird because people actually are aware of each other's options and they're doing stuff calculatedly instead of just mashing, like in Combat League.
Really good presence of mind by VideoGamezYo there, just to spend the shrapnel rather than, potentially wasting it. Like, there we go. This is what we like to see.
Clean anti-air from VideoGamezYo.
Forcing the break. Tried to jump. He's been jumping a lot after strings. I don't know if he's reading this. Is going to do a lot of damage. If he decides to pull the trigger, and he does, gonna hurt.
A lot of damage. So he's not doing badly with Jacqui. You can see that he's getting a lot of mileage out of the back 2. You can see he's getting a lot of mileage out of stuff like the shrapnel blast, forward 3s, applying a lot of pressure. He's just mistiming his whiff punishes, but I don't know if that's because of a little bit of character unfamiliarity. But big jump doesn't get the punish in the throw. It's just unfortunate. I think that you can see that he's just maybe not as comfortable with Jacqui as he is with his other characters.
Is going to heal him as well, gives him a damage buff too.
And yeah, if Jacqui was to hint it, she would take that. Or goes for the shimmy back 1. VideoGamezYo not fighting, goes for it again.
Oh, if he'd have pulled the trigger there, so this was a big
And yeah, Jacqui was looking into
whiff, I guess, because so Jacqui's standing 3-3 leads into, on a counter hit, leads to a crushing blow. Yeah, the gas heals. Yeah, I know. I didn't know that either. Yeah, Sonic Ninja is just sick. He's so good, man. He beat me. He sent me to losers. So if he'd pulled the trigger on that string, he would have got a massive crushing blow and forced Kabal to break. But he missed the confirm. And he still got the throw, but it's not the same because he could have forced the 2 meters. And then just then, he wouldn't have been able to do wake up 3. So that was just an unfortunate sequence for Jordan. And yeah, when he slumped into his chair, I was like, oh no.
Do you think that he's going to stay with Jacqui? No, character select.
No, I mean, he can't.
He doesn't seem to...
See, I had no idea who he was going to pick here.
Bro, come on.
I felt the same way when I fought Sonic Ninja online.
Dude, Sonic Ninja put me in losers in this tournament. Honestly, I felt like it didn't matter what I pressed, I just caught a back one right to the side of the head every single time.
Yeah, this kid's footsie's rad.
So I understand this pick a little bit more, right? He's a bit more comfortable with Johnny.
Be a much more footsie-heavy game, obviously, especially with the online component, you don't see it as much. So it's really refreshing to see it being used.
Yeah, I did want to talk to him. Hey, oh, thank you, Cornholly. I saw you in chat, so thank you for the support, brother. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the guys coming into the chat and giving me support. It was really cool. Yeah, just play your chicken, man. Your main chicken. Yeah, I did want to talk. I wanted to go over and just be like, and give him a hug and be like,
That's gonna hurt!
play. But
I mean, you have to be very careful.
It's interesting, right?
yeah, it's just unfortunate. That was just, I mean, look, this is just how good Sonic Ninja is, right? This is the patience, and we saw it against Zoro, we've seen it against Jordan the whole time. Look at this sequence, right? Sonic Ninja doesn't move. The only option really here that Johnny could have done, that potentially would have hit, is Shadow Kick, right? Because if he'd have done forward 3, I'm sure Sonic Ninja would have reacted. If he'd done forward 4, he'd have been out of range. Anything outside of Shadow Kick here, probably would have been whiff punished, right? Hey, Lord Ridden, how you doing, my man? You good? How are you doing, good sir? Yeah, I appreciate the support, Kahn, earlier. I saw you in chat. Yeah, but see, so this is the patience. Look, Sonic Ninja doesn't move. He does a micro duck because he expects. Did you see how I said the only option potentially could have been Shadow Kick? That's why he did a micro duck, because Shadow Kick is a high. So any option he had there, he knew the range. He knew the range after the knockdown. The only potential option that he had from that distance was Shadow Kick. You see the micro duck. As soon as he does something, you see the micro duck. I mean, that's just, the presence of mind is insane. Because Johnny's up 2 doesn't reach from there. The up 3 is a bit close. It gives a little bit further range, but it's still pretty short range. And he was fully ready with the punish. No meter to break. Hits the combo this time because he dropped the crushing blow combo a couple of times.
Both bars spent. Right there.
54% at the start of the first round. 54%.
All of Kabal's strings are safe, and there are
And then uphill struggle straight away. So, I mean, obviously, the reason why VideoGamezYo played Outtake Johnny was because he wanted to approach it in a similar sort of match as Cetrion, right? Because Cetrion likes to stay to the air and likes to try and zone. So, you know, we saw how effective he was in that matchup as Outtake Johnny. Thank you, Jamming 101, my man, for the follow. You saw how effective the Outtake Johnny zoning was against against Cetrion at the start of top 4. Sonic Ninja just plays so clean, but he's just not able to get the difference between Kabal and Cetrion is when Cetrion gets a touch. Like I said when we were watching that match, the maximum damage you're going to get is about 260, right, outside of a crushing blow. With a crushing blow here, he just did 54%. 54% damage. And Johnny doesn't do that much damage either. Off a 1-bar combo, you're looking at like 280. So, you know, and Kabal's projectiles are much more linear than Cetrion's too. So it's even harder. I mean, you can see he's still getting some mileage out of it. But Jordan just has to be worried about the trades now, because one trade in Sonic Ninja's favor
Johnny has a 2-frame recovery. It might be pretty hard.
Happy to take the throw. One trade in Kabal's favor here.
Oh, the throw!
I mean, that was a really sick comeback, though.
Absolutely
Ready. Completely ready.
That's how you know how good Jordan is, right? If you think about the start of that round, how much life Kabal had compared to how much life he had, especially after the crushing blow combo, and he still managed to come back. Jordan is... You just can't count him out. Because any trade when they were throwing fireballs at the end there... Yeah, I know. What an insane comeback. Any fireball that they were throwing there would have ended up being... The trade would have been in Sonic Ninja's favor. He would have taken the round. But the really, really strong presence of mind, just to throw fireballs only when it was appropriate to throw them, really. And then he was able to come back. And that was a really, really sick comeback. You can tell, again, even from his Johnny pick, you can tell how much more comfortable he is with Johnny rather than Jacqui, because he plays Johnny a fair amount, and Johnny is actually his favorite character in the game, like in terms of like actual design and aesthetics and stuff. So yeah, maybe it would have been a different story if he'd have picked Johnny from the start, potentially. I mean, another really good catch there with the forward 3. I mean, you just have to be careful when you're throwing fireballs from middle screen, because... And again, which is something that he only really started doing with Jacqui at the end of the round. You know, Sonic Ninja likes to jump straight away, standing anti-air. Standing 1 anti-air, which is really consistent for Johnny. Yeah, he is quite easy to play, actually. His corner combos require a little bit of execution, but... Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I think he's been a really strong character from the... Well, not a really strong character. He's been a fair character from the start, but it was mostly from the buff to Showstopper and Variation 3. Now, stick with Baraka. I wouldn't change. Kabal, I mean, Sonic Ninja, one thing that he does a lot as well is he does the gas blast on block, because he likes to reset the situation. So, look how far away Amplified Gas Blast pushes you. So from here, actually, Johnny can do stuff. He can actually do a forward 3, he can do a forward 4, you know, he back 3-4, he can try and cover the distance shadow kick. But Kabal, obviously he's got his down 4, his back 1. Kabal has much, I would say, has much more consistent long range buttons. And they're mids too, that's the thing. A lot of his buttons are mids, whereas Johnny's outside of forward 4 are highs or lows. So they're a little bit more straightforward to deal with. And the thing that makes it hard to anti-air Kabal as well is that he jumps and he can change his jump arc with the glaive. So you think he's going to jump at you, you go to down 2 or standing 1 anti-air him, and then you get a glaive to the mouth. So, but really, Jordan is doing a really, really good job here. Double down 1, micro duck under the throw, straight into the fatal blow. And that's another good thing about Sonic Ninja, is that he knows when to cash out, right? He could have done 1-1 into combo, forced the break, then tried to make another decision, but he saw his life, micro-ducked under the throw, which was an amazing read, and then... Because at that point, Johnny didn't have... VideoGamezYo didn't have the meter to break, but he was like, nope, I'm just going to cash straight out, and take the damage, take the round. So actually, to be honest with you, I think Jordan is playing much, much, much better this game as Johnny. You know, he's not letting Sonic Ninja get as much pressure started, and it seems to be much more even. The problem is, I can see, firstly, Sonic Ninja is doing an amazing job. Oh, your mentorship. We will do it, Hulk. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you, my man. How are you doing anyway, though? You good?
4-2-2 confirmed. Right there, standing 4 into the air grab.
280 damage, 200 max damage. VideoGamezYo opting to hold up and wake up a lot, and he's getting hit by that forward 2 every single time.
I mean, yeah, he's playing much, much, much better with Johnny than Jacqui. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was going to say. Sorry, that's the thing with Kabal, especially Sonic Ninja. The fact that he's so. Oh, thank you very much, Hulk. Yeah, the fatal blow. Yeah, you're exactly right, Zeddy. He did. Josh TQ is his brother, Lord Redden. Yeah, he had to do. He did the fatal blow off the confirm, and he just spent the cash to win the round. That's not a bad idea, Nick. I appreciate the compliments as well, Hulk. Thank you very much, man. But Kabal, especially when somebody plays as solidly as Sonic Ninja, Kabal is a character designed to frustrate. He plays in a similar sort of way to Jade, right? with back twos and down fours and, you know, lots of long range pokes, lots of air fireballs, big jump ins that can frustrate you, keep you out of range, and then force you to do something that, you know, could lead to you getting blown up. And the thing that, and that in conjunction with Sonic Ninja being so solid, is what makes this a really frustrating matchup. So in this round specifically, in fact, I would say the whole tournament, Jordan didn't do anything really bad. I mean, at the end here, look at these. I could tell this pissed Jordan off though. He jumps 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row. Look, 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jump, 4 jumps in a row, and then back 1 punishes.
Sonic Ninja.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 5-minute card. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah, so if you want to watch more Jordan and more... Retire from Play. If you want to watch more me and more Jordan playing Combat League together, then please watch Meshing on here, which is our Excellent Adventures style web series where we both play Combat League online. I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly, Hulk. I mean, I'd love to commentate. I spoke to Mustard after the tournament, and I said if there's any more opportunities to do commentary, would he? I do crap. I thought if it was any more opportunity to commentate, would he let me? And he said yes. So, you know, it's just a matter of time, hopefully. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I love playing and I love commentating. So at the moment, I'm happy to do either. I would really love more opportunities to commentate, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit more difficult as opposed to just turning up to tournaments and playing. But yeah, I mean, that was the grand finals. Jordan didn't really make many mistakes. Honestly, if you look back at the set, even as Jacqui, he didn't do anything. He missed a couple of confirms and he missed a couple of anti-airs. That maybe is because of character unfamiliarity in the sense of playing it's in such a high stakes matchup. But when he switched to Johnny, he did a bit better. But I mean, ultimately, you just have to give it to Sonic Ninja, right? Falcon even said it in commentary at the end when we were summarizing. He said he just finessed everybody. He just played super clean the whole tournament. The only person that took a set off him was Zoro, and that's because they're training buddies. So, you know, super shout outs to Jordan again. Obviously, still getting. I mean, he's got top 8 in every single tournament he's been to, barring one, which was ECT, which was the most stacked tournament outside of Evo. Shout out to Sonic Ninja because he played amazingly well. Shout out to everybody who got top 8. Shout out to Josh for getting top 8 in his first ever tournament, Josh TQ. Shout out to Falcon, HBT, Jake, honestly, all the boys. It was such a fantastic time. If anybody's in the UK and they can make it to Leicester for this tournament, please do. Because it was a fantastic time. Really, really well run. Really good atmosphere. Everyone was super friendly. Super high level. I mean, there was a lot of killers there. I turned up thinking, yeah, it's just going to be the boys. You know, shout outs to Cecil and Stutter as well. And Scandal. Scandal was there too from the chat. Mr. Viper. All the boys were there. So, Shambos. Shambos' Devora did really well. So, yeah.